Yeah, mommy.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run it with Carson. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Well, this defense for the Cards, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season. And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now a throw here to his running back. He'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the 1st down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Here's Carson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 1, Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Carson. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, Andy Isabella. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
56,
Throwing to start the drive. Murray to Connor on the check down. No gain on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray over the middle, and it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little.
Try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
On the return, Isabella. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
He'll buy some time right. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. First down, Murray. Screen pass to Connor. No gain on the the screen there at second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again, Murray. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Seahawks will take over here just shy of the 30. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. On second down now, it's Carson. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. He lets it fly for Lockett. And got his man complete.
He'll make everything happen.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. The extra point now coming from Myers. And it is now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, Isabella. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look, and the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Murray fighting, lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The Seahawks on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the the Cardinals are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Come on.
Murray again. This is Connor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He'll dump this one off to Connor. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Murray. It's caught right side by Daniels. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 47. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Carson will take the handoff out of the option play. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And Myers able to knock it through, and the route is on. It's 24-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. That's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home. And they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now you got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. To throw is Murray. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they're going to have a third down. Here's Murray from midfield. Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On play action, it's Murray. Rolling to his right. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Murray going to throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. On 1st and 10 is Counter. And power running here down to the 6-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, Steve. Hey, check my 50. Mike is a 50. Check. Push.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Now Matt Prater for the point after. He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
From the 31, Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 3rd down, Carson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. This complete to Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They go play action now. Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Here's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They run for it with Carson. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now it's Carson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Being chased out left. He'll spot Eskridge open left side. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time, they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Murray now to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he's brought down. They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
Throwing again on second down. Murray. And he's got his man on the out route. Play action. Now it's Murray. He'll buy some time right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Micah Kaiser was in on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run again with Carson. And he'll take this up to about the 7- or 8-yard line. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Play action. Now Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. A pass underneath for Carson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And this one's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Carson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They're pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Wilson wants to throw it. Forced out to his left. Left side complete to Lockett. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 25-yard line. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
They'll find Ballore out of the backfield. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Working with a 2nd and 3. This is Carson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. 3rd and 1, they opt to pass it, and the one thing happened that could not happen. They took a sack.
Yeah, I just wonder, is that an indictment of their offensive line? Did they think that they couldn't move them enough to pick up a first down there? Or was it analytics? Did they think about it that way? In any event, they'll be studying that in the future.
So the victory here for Seattle, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Seahawks, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they will fall to a similar mark at 1.